But I'll always say, even with this whole issue within the Ministry of Justice with the function books and all these things, it may not be my fault, but it is my problem to solve. So I'm here now, and everybody in any position, don't look back at the past. It's always important to highlight why we're here, where we're at, but focus now more on solutions. And I think that would definitely guide us in the right direction. It may not be our fault, but it is our problem to deal with.
So how you feel about the recovery so far? Now that you're in there and you're seeing more what's happening, how you feel about the recovery?
It's too slow. It's going too slow.
Yeah.
I mean, some things, for instance, let me give an example. And this example has nothing to do with the recovery, but if you apply it to everything else around, you tell me if it makes sense, Oral. Let's say, for instance, the other day it had auctioning of old police cars and vehicles from the fire department, and all within the ministry, within the whole government that were Irma damaged. Now, some of those vehicles weren't damaged so bad, they could have been repaired, but because they stayed there so long and taking all that rain, it got worse, beyond repair. So total loss, to say the least. Let's say, for instance, the rain keep coming over and over and over, mold, build up, everything. So some people's homes, some people's situation, some government offices, let's say, for instance, the police station and all those different places where were damaged by the hurricane. If you had started, not only, let's say, even a year after the hurricane, to really fix up, we would have been much further along. But you allow the place to get damaged over and over and over. And if you ask me, the middleman of the World Bank really slow down the progress of the country. Governments within the government, you mean?
Well, something like that.
I was having that discussion a couple of weeks ago, and because there was a particular case in front of me with a young lady, and she was interviewed maybe like 2-3 months before I took office, and there was a question as to, I can't remember the details. Nevertheless, in my opinion, the minute we leave, we allow her to leave and go back to the Netherlands. Mind you, she went to school here, grew up here, everything here, born here, went to the Netherlands, further her studies, has her master's degree. I can definitely see where she can contribute to our society, because the documents came in front of me, and I say, you know what? I asked the heads within the department, call her for a meeting. And when you had a conversation with her, she was about 3 or 4 years younger than me. I was like, wow, I was really impressed, you know. I said, we could definitely use somebody like this. And the headache that she was getting to actually get through with a contract and everything, I said, but why? Why is it taking so long? You know what's going to happen? She's going to be demotivated, return to the Netherlands, where she has a job offer waiting for her, and we have lost on our investment. There's no return on investment because we pay for her to go study. She whether meet somebody, starts a family in the Netherlands, and we lose out. And this has been happening over and over and over. And if we don't try to tackle and break that vicious cycle, or is our loss. Because next 2 years, for instance, we're going to reach a point, okay, we really need somebody for this position now. We're going to advertise it. She's no longer going to be interested. And then we're going to import somebody, and we're going to pay for their house. We're going to pay for them to go on vacation. We're going to pay for their cars and all these different things. While you have somebody there, you invest in them. You might most probably have to pay for them to move back, but then it's just a salary.
Yeah.
When you bring somebody from away, you have to pay for the whole family to move here. You have to pay for all kind of different things, maybe children school. God knows what they're going to ask for. But again, we keep making the same mistakes over and over. When you talk about that, I could talk about one of the things that I did as a member of parliament to address the cost of living was what I did with the weights and measurements and the scales and thing within the Ministry of TIAT. I had a discussion last week, even though I'm not in a parliament anymore, a sort of a brief update as to how things were progressing with that. You saw a lot of controls. You see now by every supermarket, they have the they check the scales. You see by the gas stations as well, they have the stickers now. So things are moving in the right direction. Of course, we're not where we want to be, but at least you know something is going on.
Yeah.
And I'm not the one, and even in the campaign trail, I'm not the one going to say, oh, I'm going to raise the minimum wage, I'm going to raise the pension, because a lot of people say it, but they don't say how they plan to do it.
It could come with
And then
consequences.
it's too much sweet lies and people
Yeah.
are tired of it. So on the campaign trail, I try to keep it as real as
Yeah.
possible then, and talk about actual things that I did in terms of enhancing the way of life for our people. And I think that was also instrumental in the success, because I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear, I'm going to tell you as it is.